After a long day of fasting, all you want is a nice refreshing drink to quench your thirst. So it's no surprise that there are many drinks which play a big part in Ramadan meals. I'm Obi, and today I'm going to show you how to make 5 juices that are served every Ramadan. They vary quite widely from one to the next, and I'm certain you might discover a new favourite. Now let's get started. The first juice we're making is called Qamar Al Din, and it's a thick juice that is made from dried apricot sheets. To make it, you'll need to get your hands on a pack of Qamar Al Din, and you can get this during Ramadan at any Middle Eastern grocery store. It's basically a fruit leather that is made by dehydrating apricot nectar until it reduces and turns into this sticky sheet. If you can't get it, you might be able to make this using regular dried apricots, but I don't think it would taste as strong. Take 400 grams of the Qamar Al Din, and using a sharp knife cut it into smaller pieces. These will dissolve quicker when we add the boiling water. Place the chopped pieces in a bowl, then add in a third of a cup of sugar. Heat your kettle and pour 1 litre or 34 fluid ounces of boiling water onto the fruit. Let this soak for a few hours until the fruit starts to disintegrate. You can speed this up by boiling this, and when ready pour the entire thing into a blender. Most of the fruit will have already dissolved, but you'll now blend this on high speed for about 4 minutes, during which the rest of the fruit will completely disappear. Once blended, you're ready to serve the Qamar Al Din. Most people make this quite thick, but you can add water to thin it out to your desired texture, and you can use the same technique for any fruit leather. The next drink we're making is Sobia, and it's a sweet and creamy coconut milkshake that tastes like a bounty chocolate. To make it, add 350ml or 1.5 cups of whole milk to a jug or bowl. Next, add in 2 tablespoons of rice flour or 3 tablespoons of rice, which you want to break up slightly. Whisk the two together really well, then place the milk in your fridge and allow it to soak for 4 to 6 hours. When it's done soaking, take a piece of cheesecloth or a fine mesh sieve and place it over another vessel. You'll need the cheesecloth for a few of these recipes, as it ensures you get a nice and smooth texture without losing any flavour. Pour the milk through the cheesecloth and any soaked rice or flour will get trapped in the cloth. Now in a blender, add 475ml or 2 cups of coconut milk. Next, add the milk which you soaked the rice in, and follow that up with 1/4 cup of dried milk powder. To sweeten, add 1/3 cup of powdered sugar, then to amplify the coconut flavour, add 2 tablespoons of coconut milk powder. Finally, add 1 teaspoon of vanilla powder or vanilla essence, and it's ready to be mixed. Blend this on high speed for about 4 minutes until it's well mixed and has a fluffy foam. This is going to taste really coconutty, but if you prefer it a bit lighter flavoured, you can leave off the coconut milk powder or dilute the drink with some more milk. Next up is Carob Juice, and this is made from these carob pods, which have an earthy flavour that tastes like sour chocolate or caramel. To make it, take 250 grams or half a pound of carob pods and break them up into smaller pieces or process them into a powder. Thoroughly wash the carob and set it aside. In a pot over medium-high heat, add in 300 grams or 1.5 cups of sugar and let it melt into a caramel. The sugar will start to liquidize, and when it looks like this, start stirring the pot. Continue to cook the caramel until it has fully liquidized like this. Turn the heat up to high and the caramel will foam up, then allow it to burn for about 10 seconds before adding in your carob. Stir it together with the caramel for about 1 minute until all of the carob is evenly coated. Next, pour in 2 litres of boiling water and mix it well with the carob. If the water isn't hot, the caramel will seize and won't dissolve properly. Allow the carob to simmer for 30 to 60 minutes, then remove it from the pot. Place the now softened carob into a blender and then pour in 500ml or 2 cups of water. Blend this together until the carob has been liquidized. Rinse your cheesecloth, then place it over a bowl and pour the remaining liquid from the pot into the bowl. Once you've strained that, pour the blended carob mixture onto the cheesecloth and squeeze as much liquid out of it as possible. Pour the liquid from the pot over the strained liquid, and that's your carob juice done. Now we'll make some tamarind juice, which has a tangy and sour flavour. To make it, you'll need a block of tamarind pulp or some tamarind pods. Take 200 grams of tamarind flesh and break it up into small pieces, about 1 square inch in size. Place it in a large bowl, then pour over 1 litre of boiling water. Let this sit for at least 2 hours so the tamarind can soften and begin to break down. After the 2 hours, the tamarind will have softened. Transfer it into a pot, then use a spoon to agitate the pulp. Heat this on high heat and add in 1 litre of water. Pour in 300 grams or 1.5 cups of sugar, then bring the pot to a simmer. Allow this to cook for 1 hour, during which the remaining fruit will dissolve. After the hour is up, place a colander in a bowl and pour the liquid into it. This will capture all of the remaining fruit and any tamarind seeds. Squeeze the liquid out of the filtered fruit, then we'll go back and put it through a fine strainer. Wash your cheesecloth again and this time place it within the colander. Pour all of the liquid onto the cheesecloth, then gather it in your hands and squeeze out all of the juice. When done, you'll have a deep brown liquid that looks like this, and you can drink it as is or dilute it further with more water. The final juice we're making is Kerkadeh or Hibiscus, and this is made from hibiscus flowers such as these. It has a tart and fruity flavour, kind of like a mixed berry juice. Take 1 cup of the hibiscus flowers and add them to a bowl with plenty of cold water. Rinse the flowers in the water with your hands, then pour out the water and drain the flowers. Next, pour 1 litre or 4 cups of boiling water onto the flowers. Finally, add in 2/3 of a cup of sugar and mix the bowl well to dissolve. Let this steep for at least 2 hours, but I'd recommend going as long as 6. After the time is up, wash your cheesecloth, then pour the hibiscus juice through the cheesecloth to filter it. Squeeze the flowers to get every last bit of liquid out of them. Then you can serve it like this or dilute it with up to half a litre of cold water. So there you have it, 5 uniquely different and refreshing drinks that you'll commonly see during Ramadan. Now let's see how they turned out. I've tried every one of these drinks and there's definitely something in there for everyone. Whether it's the fruity hibiscus, tangy tamarind or creamy sobia. I'm sure there's at least one of these that you'll enjoy. Thank you for watching, and if you try them out, send me some photos. Don't forget to leave us a like or comment and subscribe if you haven't yet. Thanks to our wonderful patrons for making this video possible, and I'll be back soon with another recipe.